Hello and welcome to this Prepare for IELTS Speaking course. First of all, I'd like to take you through why you should buy a Prepare for IELTS video course. All the teachers at Prepare for IELTS are Masters qualified teachers in teaching English to speakers of other languages. We are all native speakers of English, so everything that we tell you in the course would be something that a native speaker would say. We have over 15 years' experience preparing students for the IELTS exam. We qualified as IELTS examiners with the British Council at the University of Liverpool several years ago. We did the course mainly to understand IELTS and what IELTS examiners are looking for, not because we wanted to become IELTS examiners, but we qualified and worked as IELTS examiners for a while to get a better understanding of how the test works and what is important for students to know when they are taking the IELTS test. We are experienced examiners and we have written many IELTS materials. Many of our former students went on to study at top universities in the UK. We used to teach face-to-face in the UK on a university foundation programme, preparing students to go to universities such as the University of Oxford. So let's have a look at what the course includes. Well, first of all, there is the Essentials section, and in this section you have a downloadable PDF which covers all of the videos in the Essentials section. In the Essentials section, there are a number of videos that are useful to help you prepare. If you only have a few weeks before your IELTS test, this is the section for you. You don't have time to be looking at model answers, so just look through this section where we go through lots of vocabulary that will help you get a higher band for lexical resource. We look at ways of extending your grammatical range, certain phrases that you can learn and use that will be useful for the IELTS speaking test, and we give you strategies for answering different kinds of questions and ways of saying I don't know, etc. Just lots of useful tips to help you during the IELTS speaking test. In addition to this, there are many videos which have analysis of model answers, and this gives you a good idea of what IELTS examiners are looking for. So we go through the model answers and go through lots of the lexical resource, the grammatical range, the discourse markers, etc. It is important to note that there are many Part 1 and over 140 Part 2 model answers in this course. You don't need to watch them all. It is important that you don't try and memorise answers. Many candidates try to do this. It's impossible. There are too many Part 1 questions, too many Part 2 topics, and hundreds of possible Part 3 questions. What you need to do is improve your lexical resource, improve your grammatical range, and have strategies for answering the questions. So there are not going to be videos for every Part 1, 2, or 3 topic. I occasionally add more videos, but there are hundreds of them now, so you will probably find a video already in there that's similar to some of the questions being asked at the moment. Like I said previously, memorizing answers is a very bad idea. This course is about improving your language, trying to get enough language to aim for Band 7+. Now this course focuses mainly on Part 1 and Part 2. I do give you a couple of videos on Part 3 and there are some model answers for some Part 3 questions. We have a separate video course for Part 3, so if you're looking to improve your Part 3 answers, then I would recommend looking at our Part 3 video course. This is an online course, and it is very difficult with speaking to do it as an online course. What you must do is watch the videos and then practice by yourself, record yourself, listen to yourself. You need to improve, and you only improve through practice, practice, practice. Unfortunately, because it is an online course, we cannot assess your speaking. This is simply a course to try and expand your vocabulary, expand your lexical resource, and give you some strategies for the IELTS speaking test. Please watch the preview videos before buying. This course isn't suitable for everyone, so make sure you watch it so you don't waste your money. You might not like my style of teaching and you might not like the videos that are on offer. So we have plenty of preview videos. Please watch them. So I'll just give you some brief information how to use this course. There is the Essentials section. This has a downloadable PDF included. I would recommend you start with this. Go through all the sections. There's a lot of language, a lot of lexical resource within the PDF. Try and learn as much as possible. It is very difficult to prepare for the IELTS speaking test because they could ask you lots of different questions and it is hard to predict what they will ask. However, they will probably ask you about your hometown and work or study, so it is important that you prepare some answers for these two topics. And in the Essentials section, there are videos for these and lots of useful language for you to learn and prepare for these topics. While you are studying the course, focus on expanding, increasing your lexical resource by learning phrases that are useful for lots of questions. If you just study, for example, schools and lots of topic vocabulary on schools, that's not really useful for lots of other topics. So that's why you need to focus more on very general phrases that can be used to answer lots of questions. Go through some of the part 1 and part 2 videos to expand your lexical resource. I've taught many students over the years. The students who get the better IELTS grades are the ones with a wider lexical resource. Even if your grammar is 100% accurate, if you don't have a wide lexical resource, it's unlikely that you're going to be getting the higher bands. So really focus on the vocabulary. And once again, the most important thing, do not memorize answers. It's impossible to memorize answers for over 50 part 2 topics, and this is a bad strategy and will not get you a high band score. Learn chunks of language. Chunks of language means pieces of language, so it's more than one word. So throughout the course you will see me using chunks of language and I will repeat them and I'll go through them and say these are useful for you to learn. Candidates who know lots of chunks of language rather than individual words are more likely to get a higher band score. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and if you have any questions, do let us know and we will be happy to answer them.